Yoshan, we still have more questions, right? Do we have more questions for legislators and for attorneys, for other speakers?
Right. We collect a lot of questions and concerns. One of the common question is, they're really helpless. Our community, most of people are law abiding. They want to be in compliance. So they would like to know that where exactly they need to register their house if they already purchased before this law effective. Because there's a lot of rumors claiming going to this website, going to that website, is finalized where to register their property. That's the first common question.
I don't know the answer to that. Does anybody in industry know?
Yeah, I was gonna say I believe it might be under rulemaking still. So, part of what the leader mentioned in describing the process of, new legislation to potentially repeal back or reform parts of the current statute, whenever a bill is signed into law, there's an implementation date. Sometimes the implementation date is immediate. Sometimes most times it's July 1st, because that's Florida's fiscal year, right? Mm-hmm. So this one was July 1st. But even when July 1st comes around, there's still rulemaking that has to take place within state agencies. And I believe, I can check back to the language of the bill, but I want to say it was the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services that was the arm to implement such rules, but I will double check that. And so there would have to be rulemaking authority from the agency to then create that process. So industry folks might have more insight because you're in it every day compared to me. I will say that for many laws that passed during the 2023 legislative session, we're still waiting for rulemaking. I mean, for example, when it comes to different changes with elections, we're still waiting for some of those rules that come out of the Department of State. So unfortunately, it's better just to wait for official information from state agencies. I wouldn't trust a random website out there. I would look for things that are from the state of Florida. And of course, maybe there's others who can add more.
Okay, thank you for the insight. The second common question is a lot of H-1B visa holders, they currently having that dilemma. They're having a property as a primary house, but due to the work or school district reasons, they would like to exchange with another house. So from literally, they own the property already, but are they allowed to buy another property and sell the current property? So by law, they still own just one property, but they have to sell their current one and then buy another one. In this scenario, that it's really a dilemma. It's not defined in this specific rule. So what is exactly the procedure-wise is good advice for them?
Yeah, you're right. You're really hitting on yet another ambiguity in this bill that the bill sponsors did not anticipate. And it places people with the practical issue of, do they have to sell their property? So I'll be honest, that's not even one that I thought about. I'm going to write that down. And it's another example that we can take back to leadership. Because if you read the strict letter of the bill, that is what it would suggest, but that seems like quite an awful hardship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, thank you. Aiko, that will be it from our side.